In this incredible 17-part series, we take you down a Blender workflow deep dive by using mostly free open source software like Blender, Google Maps, and Panui. You'll learn how to create a stunning 360-degree virtual tour just like this. So, grab yourself a cuppa and let's get stuck in. This is Lesson 9, Blender Modeling Part 4. Alright, so, come in here. So it's fairly basic. I did loop cuts, and I'm going to do it again here. I'll do it for this door. Like you said, the doors and everything, they should architecturally, everything should be the same height. Like your windows and doors should be basically the same height. So I will use these as my guide, and then I'll build the door out using this here. So and that is the bottom. Whatever the bottom of this is, the bottom of that. So I'm going to come in. I'll do my loop cut over here. And I'll bring that down. There we go. Oh, I actually got to bring that back up. So I'm going to open this up here. I'll hold that. And do this. I'm going to keep it with this one here, even with this. So just go with GG. There we go. I'm going to smooth that so it's, there we go, right to that one. I'm going to keep it with this one so that it stays with the window. And I'm going to do another one. So there we go. And that's loop cut. That's Command or Control R depending on what you're using. Like I say, I'm not go exactly what's on that page because I'm going to try to follow my doors and windows so that they're very much the same. It looks like it is in the my windows will be exactly the same as this. But there we go. And then looks like there is a, let's see, just do it over here. And we'll slide this down. See if there's nothing end of it. Yeah, so this has got a bit of a bit of this. This will be my little step out there. Do this again, drop it down. Move this down, so I put it to there, and that'll be my bottom. And I'll do this skylight up on this one, and that'll break this nice. So I'm gonna do that about here. And so what I'm gonna do is come in here using my faces, which is plus number 3. So I'll get these. This will be my step. I'll see if I might have to break these up a little bit. So I'm just going to go extrude E in my Y direction. So E and then Y, and it comes out. And then I'm going to grab these ones. And come out EY again. Just to give me that little bit of that door frame. And I'll take a look at the Google Map Street View. I'll get an idea if this is a step. It looks like it is. Like I said, it's very difficult to judge sometimes because the levels and everything are going to be a bit different on the ground planes. And like I said, these things aren't exactly straight on. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these, and this is my door, so I'm going to inset these. Looking at this, they don't go in too deep. It's not like it's a very deep one. So I'll just go EY, and again, dropping it in a little bit more. There we go. And this one here looks fairly straightforward, so I'm just going to inset that and drop it in. There we go, and then just EY again. Come back in here. So this is very, very similar to what you'll do on most of your tutorials on how to take an image, break it up, blue cut it, do all this, probably redo your UVs and all that. So the Y, bring that in a little bit for my glass. It'll be my glass later. And this is my frame. You can see it in here. I'm going to do this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up that door a little bit. So I've got, looks like a loop cut one here. Got 1, 2, and then these are 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I get a bit of a doorstep there. So I might want to kind of a bit of a frame. So I might do is inset that so I have a frame around it. I'm going to go inset. See if I can keep it kind of the same as the one up there. There we go. And I'm going to inset that a little bit. So I'm going to go with D, Y. I want to break this up a bit. And then do like to 2, and then I'm going to go Control I. And that's good. And I'm going to do that's it. So I wanted to do that. So now I got 3 sections here. One, so they'll be my bottom section. This will be, so I'll break this into 3. I'm gonna do this way. I'm gonna do is take this here. Let me do these 3. So they'll do Alt, hold this, and GG to move it up, so I can get it kind of close to what I want there. I'll inset that, and I'm going to go Alt, grab that, GG to move it up on its axis. There we go. So it'll be something very similar to this. And then I got my 3 in here. I might want to do another loop cut here because I've got this kind of looks like a base like that on the door. Again, you got to kind of, it's not, what's here isn't exactly accurate because it's coming in at an angle. Whatever the car was going by, the global mapping car came by the street, it's taking it from whatever angle. So you're not getting a straight on view. It's not architecturally accurate. So I'll do again another loop cut. I'll just drop that here. There we go. I'm gonna drop it down. That way I get kind of a. There we go. And then in here I'll do. Let's see. Take this and do this 3. Drop this in. I'm gonna do an inset on this one. Inset border. Inset it. And right. A little bit. And I'll do is all that. I'll do the design on it a little bit later. So it's got this little insets just to make it look like it is, and it looks like the same thing here. I'll do that. So I just want to break these up into the spaces that I see. So I got a mailbox in here, so I might want to do another loop cut here. A lot of loop cuts. Anyway, so that'll be my mail slot there. Good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cut to here. That's straight on in the middle. So now I can do 3 of these 2 faces. Double I, and that'll no, arm didn't do it right. So I, there we go. So that looks fairly good. It's kind of the same as this one. Should have that little flicker there. There we go, like that. What I might do is take these ones here, and then just to get that on one. I'll get that. You want to wind that up with this. We'll just do that, and then that one. Wind that up with this one, and this one, and this one. I'm lining it up a little bit better. There we go. Should grab both of those and roll wide instead of one just torn. There you go. And what happens is that changes that. So we kind of mess up here. Reference behind it, and that's fine. So I'll take these 2. This, select them. So, and you got to have your X-ray on so you can do this. Slide it in. Just a little bit. Like I said, once those things move, it changes everything. So you kind of got to eyeball it, and it's all look good. So they're all kind of lined up. And I'm going to do is that's one, that's fine. And then I'm going to break these into 3. So I'll do is I'll take this one, I'm going to slide that over. It's going to move everything. So I want these in 3s, and I'll do a loop cut here. That's fine. And I'll leave it there. And then I'll take just this and let's set them to the 3rds. There we go. Go back into my faces on the 3. Yeah, this one looks a little bit wide, the one in the middle. So I'm going to take this one here, just go back to 2. I'm going to see if I can get that a little bit more even, so that's they look. They said this is, I'm not going for dead on accuracy, but as close as possible. 2 and 3 and go I. There we go. So what I want to do now is I'll just drop those in. I'm not gonna, I want that to kind of go back without, I want that a little bit so I can get that in, so I get a little bit of that doors thing. And now I can go EY, give that kind of a door look. And there we go. So I got that middle pane. This is where my mailbox is going to go through. I've got 2 windows here, so I'll drop those down. So now I got 2 of these. There you go. I'm going to come in. So it's EY. Drop those in. That's a piece. There we go. And I'm going to drop these in. I did these already, right? Yeah, that was all done. All right, so there you go. So I've got this, and I'll fix this door a bit later, but that's pretty much it. And I might do is later on when I come out, they'll check this. I might split this and drop this up. But what I do next, I'll just pick all these faces, and I'm going to leave this one here, and that's one of these ones. Basically, these ones here. That one, and I'll just get this whole door, and I'm going to separate this whole thing from my thing, my what do you call it? My facade. There we go. There we go. I'm just picking these all off. This is good. So I like doing the faces because you can pretty much grab what you need and don't grab everything else. There you go. And the last bit. Double check it. Looks like I got everything. Right at the bottom. Yep. Right, so now I just kind of right click, come in, separate, and then boom, done. So you can see the shape of it. So I'll come back out here, go into my object mode. I want to find this. So I'm going to call that restaurant door 1. It's the first door I've done. Door 1, good. Again, I'll come in here and I want to get rid of my whatever's in my thing. I just want that white. There we go. So that's factor, no, nothing on it. So now I could use this door again if it's similar to these doors, but I think that's, no, see, that's a very simple door, very different. I think I have a door, one of these doors on one of the other buildings. They look very, very similar to one of the doors I did. So I might go and steal that and drop it in here, but that's it. So you can see how I'm building this up. And once I have all my doors and windows and like that, I think this, I'll do this. That window next. Now it'll be like it's a window, and looks like this is just a kind of, it used to be windows, but now it's just going to be pictures, and I'll drop it in that later. That's it. So that's pretty much what I did for the, so I got all my windows, my doors here. I will grab this door a little bit. So I'm going to work on this part of the building first, and I'll build this out. And then I'll start doing it on this side and do these. And then that's what I slowly do, and it slowly go through the whole thing. If you got something out of the tutorial, please hit like, and even better, subscribe so you're notified as more are uploaded. And if you'd like to explore the finished project, click on the link in the description below.